Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now, XM Studios has released a Magneto 1/3 scale statue that looks terrific. And in this video today, I want to look at it because, man, I'm telling you, it's super cool. A lot of people are talking about it. And there's a lot to talk about. You know, there's a lot to discuss about, the good thing, the bad things. So in this video, I want to break it down for you. And for that reason, I'm here at the website, and I will have the link in the description for those who are interested. Unfortunately, this is not available through XM outside of Southeast Asia. Keep that in mind. However, there are other ways that you can purchase this if you're outside of that area. Through Spec Fiction here in North America, there are other distributors, so there's always ways. Now, there are two different versions. We have a regular edition, and we have a prestige edition. What you're looking here is the regular edition. The price for this, retail price is 1,899 Singapore dollars. You get a 10% discount, as you can see, with the prestige price. But we're gonna look at the premiere edition. Now, the good thing about the regular edition is the fact that if you pre-order before March 24th, you can get some extra parts that are only available for the prestige price. The only difference would be is that this one comes with this aura. This aura is only available for the prestige one. Now, the price for this one, of course, is higher. It's 2,149 Singapore dollars. You get the 10% discount. You have to pay the deposit of 600. Now, the edition size for this is 699. I think the same for the regular edition, so it's very limited, which is good. Now, this is a combination, or this is a partnership between XM and Legendary Beasts. They're doing the 1/3 scale statues. Now, crediting the artist, we have HMT Studios as the designer, Sheridan Deuce as the sculptor, and Ryan Serrano sculpted the heads. We have, of course, the engineering and quality assurance by XM Studios and Legendary Beast Studios. All right, and now we're looking at the pictures, and I'm telling you, this is a very interesting looking Magneto. I really like it. Definitely, they're trying to follow up the Jim Lee era. Of course, very muscular. Some people, I was reading some comments on Facebook. People were not happy about the musculature. Of course, you know, there's always been this divisiveness about characters being over muscular. However, we need to keep this in mind. And I want to be very clear about this. They are very clear on the description. They're saying this is pretty much is the representation of Jim Lee's era, which was very muscular. So they are accurate with that. So I know a lot of people don't like that, but I'm sorry, but I've been reading comics for a very long time. I read every era of comics. I've read every X-Men comic book, to be honest with you. Maybe I missed a few of the mini-series and here and there, but beyond that, I've read almost everything. And I'm telling you, Magneto has been muscular for a very long time. Even in the 70s, he was already muscular. So yes, you know, you're looking perhaps when he was introduced, you know, but that's just in the 60s. Beyond that, I feel that, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Some people might not like it, and that's the reason why there are options. You're not forced to purchase anything. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone's opinion here. Everyone is different, but it is what it is. You know, we have to keep that in perspective. But really cool. Now, with the Premiere Edition, you get these 3 extra heads. You one with the 2 with helmet, one with very serious, very Jim Lee on this one. And then we have the one that is screaming. And then you have the without the helmet. Really cool portraits. It does have 2 hands, so you had the one where the hands extended and the one that he is pretty much like holding something, which is kind of cool. Very close to the source material for sure. Then we have a swap out right arm, or hand, I'm sorry, that has the aura. I'm not really a fan of this one, to be honest with you. Not because I'm not a fan of the aura, I'm not a fan of the paint job, and we're going to look at it in just a moment. Now, if you do the early bird pre-order with the regular, you will get pretty much this head, which is part of only with the Premiere Edition, so this one will be included. These are 2 of the pretty much they come with the regular, but you will get this one, and also you'll get this switch out right hand, which are only available to the Premiere Edition. They will be available to the regular edition as an early bird pre-order. Now, if you don't care about the wraparound aura around the base, then I would say go for that one, and you'll save some money. But yeah, this is everything that comes with it. I'm not too crazy about the aura, to be honest with you. Not because it's not a bad concept. I kind of like the concept. I'm just not a fan of how fragile it looks. This is something that I would be very scared to display like that. I think it can break so easily. So I don't know how strong the material is going to be. Hopefully it's really strong. But it's kind of scary that you might just bump with it and it will break. A part will come off. That's just the way I see it. Now, when I look at this one, I look at the prototype actually showcases Magneto, this turbine of this apparatus. His knee is kind of touching this, so this was bigger. So they make it smaller now. They adjust it to be smaller. But I felt that in doing so, it was bringing more stability to the piece. Now with this, now the only thing that is stable here, I think, is the peg that goes down here on this one. I'm not sure if this one is touching. We're going to see that in a moment, perhaps with a picture. It appears so, but I don't know if it's really touching. But the support was with the knee. So in the end, it's about stability. So they decided to go more free-spirited with it, and they gave us that. Not complaining, I'm just pointing something here. Perhaps the turbine was too big and they want to really give a clear image of the character, so they went with this. And again, like I told you about the aura in his hand, not a fan of the paint job. I think the material is fine. I think they use a clear resin, but the paint job is too metallic, kind of bright, too pearly, and I don't know, it just doesn't look as vibrant. I feel that he's holding something instead of just being power emanating from his hand. That's something that I think needs to be adjusted. And again, you see this. The aura is a cool concept. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't think it necessarily needs it. If they would go for this aura, maybe some clear resin would have been good, because here it obstructs the view of the character. But it's a cool idea, nonetheless. Now from the back, love that cave. Nice paint job. Of course, it's all sculpted, which is nice. Love the purple they use here. Really cool. Now, this is the thing with this collection. This collection has been, of course, we have Thor, we have Captain America. It's very stoic images of the characters, of course, very museum-like. I feel that this is a bit more vibrant than the other two. Still, it has the same action in it, but I don't know, it feels more, the base is not as boring. They're trying to make something bigger with the base and all that. I'm not saying that the other bases were boring. I like the classic look of those bases. I think they're trying to go a little more modern with this one. But yeah, you can see the aura. Again, kind of obscures the vision, the view of the piece. Now look at that portrait. Really like it. I really like it for sure. And the hand extended like that. Very Jim Lee for sure. They took a lot of inspiration from that. But man, you can shred some cheese with that torso. Look at those muscles there. He has more than a 6-pack. He has like an 8-pack. Yeah, he has an 8-pack, and some of those muscles are even bigger than the pecs, the pectorals. For sure. Keep everything in perspective. This represents the art of the 90s, represents Jim Lee, represents pretty much everything. Every depiction has been done since, even prior to it. But yeah, look good. Paint job is on point. Really like the colors, the purple they use. Very classic. I would say, though, that I'm still a fan of the Kotobukiya, the work that was done by Eric Sosa. That statue by Kotobukiya is terrific. The best representation, in my opinion, of Jim Lee's art. And I feel that nothing has come closer to that, at least from that perspective. You know, when you look at the representation, Eric Sosa is terrific at sculpting those. But I think other artists have done a terrific job, and I feel that this is very, very good. And definitely they have gone for a very classic pose, a very common pose. Even customs do this a lot. But look at the detail there, the texture on the suit and his costume, all of that, very cool. The face, very menacing. Look at that. And I love these pictures. The other day I was talking about that, you know, I am not crazy about XN's pictures. I think Legendary Beasts is the one leading the charge with the pictures on these statues, because the pictures that they take for these statues that they produce together are better than the pictures that they do for XM does for its own pieces. I feel that they need that more. You know, that enhances the view, really pushes customers to purchase, because you really can see everything. And I feel with the musculature, people were saying that it's too muscular. They were saying perhaps they changed things here and there. I don't think so. I think what happened here is you see the shading, and the shading really enhances the muscles. And that's what shading does, always enhances the paint job and allows us to see detail. And I think it does have a lot I like it. I have no problem with it. Some people might have a problem with it. You know, maybe they can soften some of that a little bit so it doesn't look as pronounced. But it is going to be like that because the prototypes versus the production pieces are always different. There are clear differences. Sometimes they're not as pronounced with the colors. But I don't think it's because they make him bigger or bulkier. I just feel that it's just the paint. And this is the other hand. Really cool. I like this one with this portrait. I think with this portrait, this portrait is better with the other hand, and this hand is better with the serious portrait. It's more Jim Lee-like. Now we can see a close-up of that power. Again, not crazy. It's not the material they use. It's just the resin they use. It is the paint job they apply. It is too pearly, and you cannot see his hand at all. I still feel that the portrait by Eric Sosa was better, but I still like this portrait with the other hand. I think it feels better with that one. Yeah, that hand. This is the portrait that you need for this hand. And again, you know, from this angle, from the front, I love actually the aura. It doesn't look bad. I really like that. And this is the better image with this other portrait, you know, with this hand. Cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a nice piece. And yes, there are a couple of things that I'm not keen. The aura in his hand, the aura around the base, and perhaps that now he's not touching the turbine, but I think it's just a clear representation of the character. It's a good job that they did here, and I don't see a reason to dislike it or a reason to say that it's not good, that there's something better there. There's always going to be that, you know, there's always going to be the best thing out there somewhere. But when it comes about licensed products, I feel that this is right there, and it's a fantastic addition. Some people are, you know, happy because it's not a 1/4 scale, and it's understandable. People love the quarter scale, still very popular. But the 1/3 has become a king among collectibles, and I feel that, you know, the 1/3 collectors now, they have an option here, which is always good. But what is your opinion? What do you think about this? Have you pre-ordered this? Are you still thinking? Are you on the fence? You're not sure about it? You think it's too expensive? You don't like the concept? Do you agree with my opinion? You don't agree with it? Let me know in the comments below. But before I go, please don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the first time, follow me on social media. The links are down below: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, please consider supporting the channel financially. Everything you do to help really allows me to produce more content on a daily basis. My friends, God bless you. Take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.